Hello, hello, I'm Kenju Star, and we're here for another video of Utawarerumono, Prelude to the Fallen. Let's not waste any time to get started.
あ、
この子は
アルルー、どうしたの？
Her name is Aruruu.
アルル。
あ、八甲路さんはアルルーと顔を合わせるのは初めてでしたよね。妹のアルルーです。
As you are probably expected
違う、
by how similar they look.
父さんじゃない。
参ったな。
Yeah. Okay, in case you don't remember last episode,
どうしたから嫌われたか。
in case you don't remember last episode, Hakuolo here just had the genius idea of, I believe, touching the young girl's tail. The reason for that being he thought it was possibly fake and he wanted to check if it was real. But, you know, it's just, ask, which he didn't do. So now, he seems to be in hot water with this young girl named Aruruu. So he had to work,
言いました？
so he had to work with redeeming himself in her eyes. In contrast to Eru, who seems to be quite smitten with Hakuola, so far anyways.
いや、なんでもないんだ。
あの子、八甲路さんがお父さんの服を着てたからきっと驚いたんです。
この服を。
Yeah, so far, there's been some sort of incentive to like give Hakuolo this heir similar to their father, who supposedly passed away. From what we can tell, anyways.
そういえば、
Right now, he's wearing the father's
親
clothes.
父さんを見かけないな。
He was just not mentioning about it.
お父さんは
Yeah.
亡くなりました。お母さんもアルルーを産んですぐに。
Unfortunately.
あ、そうだったのか。すまない。
いいんです。もうずっと前、私たちが幼い頃のことですし。ただ、いきなりだったからちょっと驚いちゃって。
驚いた。
お父さんの服を着た時に気づいたんですけど、白オロさんの後ろ姿ってお父さんにそっくりなんです。
That kind of makes the implication of them possibly being a romantic interest kind of weird, but I do believe women tend to find guys similar to their father attractive. So, as far as I noticed or seen or heard, both. And it's also true in the opposite way of guys being fond of women who are similar to their mothers. I've also seen some experience with that.
多分それでおばあちゃんも
Right,
白オロって
right.
お父さんの名前なんです。
So they're sort of seeing him as a spiritual successor to their father, both in giving him their clothes and name.
そうだったのか。
すみません、なんだかしんみりしちゃいましたね。
I gotta say, it's kind of, in a way, I mean, they're not trying to be rude, but if I was here and they were giving me the deceased father's clothes and name, I think that was kind of like overbearing, a little rude. Like, you're not exactly putting in position their father, but you kind of are in their eyes, even though you just met me. You know what I'm saying?
それじゃあ今度はどこへ行ってみますか？
ん？
あ、
お父さんか。
それじゃあどこへ行ってみますか？
So here we can choose where we can go to next. We'll be going to the field.
ここは。ここはもしかして畑が。 いや、畑か何かを作ろうとしたの
It
か。
does look that way. In that sense, the village seems pretty damn big, doesn't it? And this is a part of that land.
どうしてわかったんですか？
ほとんど風化しているが、あちこちに掘り返したり手を入れた跡が残っているからな。しかしこの状態からしてダメだったのか。
はい、前に何度か畑を作ろうとしたことがあったんですけど、どうしてもうまくいかなくて、いくら水をまいても全然ダメで、育ったとしても痩せ細ったのしかできなくて。
この土。なるほどな。こんな土ではいくら水をまいてもすぐに吸い込んでしまう。
So despite having no actual memories, Hakuholo here seems pretty smart in knowing about soil and agriculture.
しかもこうも痩せていては
Yeah.
作物は満足に育たないだろう。
So this implies she has some experience with this sort of thing in the past.
だから結局諦めるしかなくて、そのままなんです。
Of course, it's presented as information, not actual history. Or memory, should I say.
そうか。何度も手を加えた後、きっと最後まで諦めきれなかったんだな。だがこれならなんとかなるかもしれない。
それではそろそろ行きましょうか。
I'm sure that's where Hakuholo will come in, with his expertise in this field.
ああ、恩返しというわけではないが、やってみるか。
Right. And we will progress the story.
お、
Nighttime.
どこからともなくいい匂いがすきっ腹に響くいい匂いだな。そういえばゆうべ粥を軽く口に入れただけで何も食べてなかったな。
すごいでしょう。晩ご飯はごちそうなんだから。さあ、アルルーも並べるの手伝って。
Alright, a little thing you gotta appreciate here is the lighting. The lighting from the fire in the back of the room actually seems to be affecting the sprites in terms of lighting. It tends to like it's actually giving light to them. Like it's not the same kind of saturation that they had previously, which I think is a very nice detail they put in.
あ、ハクオロさん、ご飯ですからそこに座って待っててください。
ああ、ありがとう。
I sit down as instructed, while Aruruu and Aruruu happily set the food on the table.
蒸した芋のようなもの、器に盛られた煮物、焼いた小魚、団子、菜のおひたし。
Though the dishes are a little too simple to call a feast, their aromas are whetting my appetite.
おお、奮発したの。
ハクオロさんの回復祝いだもの。
They've already taken a liking to Hakuholo here.
自分の
As I said, a little excessive. Someone suddenly put him in this position,
それでは
but that's what's to be expected, I believe.
ところでいただこうかね。や
なうんかみ、いつも恵みをありがとうございます。
Yanaun Kami. Now, Kami means God, of course, but I'm not sure about the first part, Yanaun. It must be a specific God. Onkami and Etsuel Nemetia. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Sorry, but yeah, I believe they're reciting several gods of their land.
あ、感謝。
I'm sure we'll know more about them as the time comes along.
いただきます。
いただきます。
いただきます。うん。うん。うん。この芋のようなものをこのタレにつけたり、おかずと一緒に食べたりするのか。
白オロさん、モロロのおかわりがありますから、いっぱい食べてください。
ああ、ありがとう。
Munch, munch, chew, chew.
この芋のようなのはモロロというのか。これは美味しいな。
どうですか？
ああ、うまいよ。
Still, although I've said that they were being like a little excessive in putting him in the position of the father, but they are very hospitable and very nice people, from what we can easily tell. It's always nice to have these kind of people. I mean, he's very grateful to be frowned upon by these nice individuals here.
よかった。
もしかしてエルルーが？
はい。アルルはもうダメ。一人でそんなに食べたら。
You get fat.
でもまだある。それは白オロさんの。アルルの分はちゃんとあったでしょ？
She doesn't care about him. She can just eat his food. He doesn't need it. Consider it payback for what he did.
ダメよ。半分。ダメったら。
Of course, Aruruu is coming off as a doting older sister, but of course, as I'd say she's not the woman of the family, despite her grandma being there. She's taken on the more parental role as a woman of the household. So she has to both be stern when she has to be. And so, from looks of it, she had to grow up pretty fast.
ああ、自分なら構わないから。
でもダメです。病み上がりなんだからいっぱい食べないと。
気持ちはありがたいが。ああ、いや、自分はこれだけで十分だから。ほら、アルルー。いらないのかい？ん？
Ah, whoosh. That's what I've said.
素早い。一瞬の隙に持っていかれた。
Just like a little animal.
すみません。もうあの子ったら。
That's alright. We deserved it.
どうぞこれ食べてください。
いや、それはエルルのじゃないか。私なら本当にいいんだ。
You've done enough to take care of us.
でも。
Yeah. Like I've said, she obviously works pretty hard. But she definitely needs to relax every now and then.
私はいいから、エルルーが食べてくれ。
はい。
Hello back there.
なんか、物陰からじっとこっちを見てるよ。
Obviously, you still intimidate her.
ところでお前さん、これから先どうするつもりかい？
Yeah, what are our plans? Honestly, though, from the looks of it, I think we'll be staying here for a very long time. Judging by the fact we have all these arts and images of the backgrounds and the characters, I don't think we'll be leaving anytime soon.
それは
And judging by how hospitable these people are, I think they'll be fine with letting us stay here for a while. Or at least the rest of the game, anyways.
前にも言うたが、何も思い出せんのでは行くあても帰るところもなかろうって。
それは気持ちはとても嬉しいのですが、いいんですか？見ず知らずの私なんかを。
It is dangerous just taking a stranger like this, but it's always nice to see how nice people can be.
ええ、困った時はお互い様じゃって。第一まだ傷が癒えとらんそんな体では満足に動けんじゃろう。
It's a wise woman right here. Caring for people shouldn't be taken for granted.
ですが、
何かまわんよ。生きていくだけの糧はヤナウン神が恵んでくださる。
Now, some people can take that niceness for granted, but we are certainly not that type of people.
一人二人増えたところで変わらんから気にすることはないって。
At least Hakuolo here hasn't shown he's any kind of nefarious person.
エルル、アルル、お前たちもそれで構わないじゃろ。
Aruruu was probably fine with it, but I doubt Aruruu is pretty fond of the idea. But we'll have to work our way into getting back into her good graces.
アルルもそれでええか？
Oh, she's fine with it. It hasn't tail, of course, but she's fine with it.
ありがとうございます。この恩は忘れません。
We'll do the best we can to make it up to you guys.
わしらは互いに助け合う。当たり前の。
Exactly. It's a wise woman right here. Twitsker.
この辺境の地は世辞にも豊かとはいえ、だからこそわしらは助け合わねばならん。皆が助け合わねば生きてゆけぬからの。
The world is harsh, so we all need to help each other.
そうそう。わしは一応ここの村長ということになっとる。もし何かあったら遠慮なく言うといい。
So she's the chief of the village, but I kind of figured as much.
Whew. しかし、本当に自分は何者なんだろうな。
That's the $1,000,000 question, isn't it? 眠くなってきたな。少し疲れた。あれこれ考えても仕方ないが、今はとにかく眠い。 Last time we tried to remember, you received some pain.
後のことはまた今度考え。
We have to think about it at some point. There he is, Hakuola. Very nice design. Of course, a very nice mask. The center of his forehead kind of looks like a smiley face. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Let's go move on.
行くとするか。
So we have two choices of where to go, the square or the field. We just came from the field last time, so we'll head to the square.
あそこにいるのは
Aruruu. Just waking up apparently. Or just taking a nap.
あの子、なぜか自分と顔を合わせるだけで逃げてしまうんだよな。
Technically, she doesn't see your face because you're wearing a mask.
初めは嫌われているのかと思ったが、エルルーはそうじゃないと言ってくれた。
I mean, I think you know why.
だとしたら、どうしてあんなにも避けるんだ。
Well, she's kind of like a little animal, judging from her interaction last time. Probably wary of strangers. Children too do tend to be kind of like little animals.
今なら、寝ぼけ眼の今なら、あの子に近づけるかもしれない。
See, you keep doing and saying weird stuff like that, it won't help.
そっと足音を立てないように。
Twitch. Oh, granted, they are a bit like animals, considering they have furry ears and tails. So it isn't too off the mark.
結構鋭いな。それなら、もっと静かに、静かに、息を潜め、気配を殺す。
I'm so close. I could reach out and touch her. Aruruu looks so peaceful. The way her head is bobbing up and down.
よし、まだ気づいてない。かわいい寝顔してるな。無垢というのか。見ていて心が和むような、そんな感じがする。
Her sleeping face may have entranced me. Before I knew it, I'm patting her on the head. Pat pat.
しまった。つい。今の気づかなかったのか。
Maybe she did, but she's too tired to like actually know it's you.
もう一度。
Pat pat.
なんか大丈夫みたいだな。
Yeah, see.
それならこれは。
This time I tried combining my fingers. Oh yeah, combing my fingers through her hair. Quietly, gently. You know, this technically isn't your child, nor is this an actual animal, so you probably shouldn't be doing this. But the story wants us to get very intimate and familiar with these characters, especially these two girls we just met. As we are Hakuolo, we want to see these girls as our daughters in a way. So it's trying to bring us some maternal affection. That's a nice sprite. Aruruu makes the sweetest sounds, and then angles her head as if she's asking for more. Her happiness is obvious. Although she's half asleep, this girl is asking me to pamper her. I'm happy with that. Swoosh, swoosh. Let's be her tail. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Yeah.
この子の尻尾が
Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh.
揺れて。揺れ。
Yeah, she likes it.
尻尾が顔に。うわうわ
Oh, you ruined it. Yeah.
ああ、やっぱりダメだったか。ん？物陰からじっとこっちを見てるよ。ほら、おいで。
You're actually talking to her like an animal. Nice sound effects. It's like a cartoon.
やれやれ。失敗したな。
We're gonna have to work a little harder to gain her trust. Build up our bonds more. But we'll get there eventually.
さて、行くとするか。
Now we're heading out to the field.
さてと、始めるか。
So, you could probably guess that he's about to work on the field here and try to plant something.
せーの。
Which is a good way to help clear his debt with the village. As thanks for helping him out. I lift the hoe and break it down with immense force. The ground is incredibly tough to dig into. Hey, you're still pretty injured, my guy. Didn't you just get up a minute ago? It was only like yesterday you just got up from your injuries. Probably shouldn't be straining yourself so hard. Yeah.
まだ力を入れるたびに体がきしむか。いや、少し前までは動けなかったんだ。それに休みなら多少は力を入れても平気。腰が。
I know that feeling.
なんで、あんちゃんまたやったのか？だから俺たちに任しとけって言ったのに。
Here comes some actual muscle.
しかし、みんなが働いているのに自分だけが働かないのは。
Let's look at judging from the fact that you have some information and expertise on growing plants and vegetables, apparently. You're probably more of a thinker than the actual worker type. You should probably sit back and plan things out.
で、また寝たきりになっちまったら世話ねえって。
Alright.
俺、そいつをよこして、あんちゃんはどうするかの指示を出してくれや。
You should focus on your strengths.
それで、折り返すのはこんなもんでいいんか？
あ、いや、もっと深く。石や岩はできるだけ取り除いて、固まった土は砕いて柔らかくするんです。
Like so.
おいおい、そこまですんのか？モロロってのは地面に埋めて水をやれば実るんだぜ。
他はともかく、こんな土地ではしっかりした土壌を作らないと作物は育ちませんよ。ただ埋めるだけ
He definitely sounds like a farmer.
芽が出てもすぐに枯れてしまうでしょうね。
なんかよくわからねえが、とにかく徹底的にやるってことかい。やれやれ、とんでもねえ大仕事さらって言ってくれるな。
それは
まあ、乗りかかった船だ。最後まで付き合うさ。
おやっさん。
あんちゃんの言う通りなんだよ。
は？
芽は出たがすぐに枯れちまった。何度やってもな。よし、
Yeah.
休憩終わりだ。
'Cause this place looks barren.
もう少し休ませて。
Yeah. You probably guess these guys aren't that important because their sprite seems like one entire sprite connected together.
何生っちょろいこと言ってやがんで。だだこねてっと股の下にぶら下がってるもん引っか抜くぞ。
行くよ。
やれやれ、人使いが荒いだに。
What's got an old man doing this for?
だな。
なんじゃ。
すみません。自分が言い出したせいでこんなことになって。
なに謝っとるだに。わしらだってこの状況を何とかしようとしてたに。お前
だな。と。
あ、うん、そうだね。
おい、
今行くだによ。それじゃああんちゃん、指示を頼むに。
みんなありがとうございます。
Of course, like I said, very nice people.
行くとするか。
And our last remaining spot to go to is the living room.
あ、
やっぱり逃げるのか。参ったな。
Yeah, now we're out of the living room. That was a short scene, but of course the story is moving us in a direction to get along with her more. Judging by the fact it's popping up so much, these little interactions with Aruruu, I'd say we're probably gonna make some progress on that very soon.
さて、今日はどうするかな。
And back to the living room.
それじゃあおばあちゃん。
ああ、気をつけて行っといで。
どこか出かけるのか。
Probably going out for food and water.
はい、ちょっと行ってきます。
うん。
え？あ、もしかしてアルルも来る？
うん。
それじゃあ一緒に行こっか。
うん。そうそう。白オロや。
You guys should go along with him, right?
お前さんも一緒に行ってくれんか。
You can't have young girls going off by themselves all alone. Though they've probably done this all their lives, but still,
自分が
I could never feel comfortable with that.
この子たちだけでは何かと心配での。頼まれてくれるかい。
Likewise.
別に構いませんが、どこへ行くんです？
ほっほっほ。場所ならエルルーに聞くとええ。それでは頼んだえ。
おばあちゃん？
何かい？
あ、うん、なんでもないの。
そうかい。それじゃ気をつけていっといで。
行ってきます。行ってきます。
わかっとると思うが、くれぐれも奥へ行かんようにな。
Just like her grandma.
大丈夫。
Well, they are her last remaining relatives. Apparently, so far we've seen her last remaining relatives. So it's understandable. I should be like really concerned for them. As we head out, Aruruu grabs a basket containing a sickle and a hoe and slings it on her back. Should let us grab that. It's very large, which appears to have been woven for some sort of ivy.
自分が持とうか。
あ、いいんです。いつものことですし、持ってもらうほど。
Come on, let us help a bit.
そういうなら。それでこれからどこへ？
森へ行くんです。ふもとの森まで薬草摘みに。
薬草？
行こう、アルル。
You gotta give them the old-fashioned way, out of the forest. We leave the village and slowly walk down a path lined with rocks. After about an hour, the slope levels out and we're surrounded by greenery. Gigantic trees suddenly tower over us.
すごい。ふもとにこんな広大な森があったのか。
命たる家ネアラオンカミアニクシェテヤキケル願い立て祭り候。
They got those names again. More names than last time too. So they're certainly very spiritual. It's pretty common for these sort of small villages. Well, this certainly isn't a small village, as we've seen, but still.
クエセエルルボトゥ
Aruruu. Oh, just mentioned Aruruu's name.
ケセアルル
And Aruruu.
ソトゥカイ
So are they actually speaking God's names or their own names? Or are they just mentioning like people they want protected?
なんだ、二人して何か木材の寄せ集めでできた模型のような家に手を合わせてる。
Don't be rude.
何してるんだ、エルル。
すみません、お待たせしました。
いや、それより何してたんだ。
It's called praying.
今のですか？あれはヤーナウン神に感謝の祈りを捧げてたんです。
ヤーナウン神。
Yanun Kami.
はい、私たちは食べ物とかお薬なんかもほとんどこの森から恵んでもらってるんです。ですから森に入る前は必ずこうやって感謝の祈りを捧げるんです。
So far, it seems to work considering the fact you're both still alive.
ヤーナウン神。すると、あそこにあったのは神棚みたいなものか。
ああ、そうだ。これから中へ入りますけど、もし何があっても私たちがいるところから奥へは絶対に足を踏み入れないでくださいね。
Why are they beasts?
どうしてだ。
森の奥はムティカパ様の住処なんです。
Mutikapa. Mutikapa.
ムティカパ様。
Mutikapa, yeah.
はい。この奥にはヤーナウン神の使いであるムティカパ様が住んでいるんです。
And we're most likely going to be meeting them. At some point, or maybe soon.
もしこの森を晴らしたりしたらムティカパ様にガブーって食べられちゃうんですよ。
While saying that, Aruruu raises both of her hands and makes a gesture like a monster's jaw chomping. For her to go to such lengths, I'm guessing she's serious. Though she's said it in a very cute manner. Exactly.
どうして笑うんですか？真面目な話なのに。
That's why it's cute, honestly.
すまない。なるほど。この森にはそんな言い伝えまであるのか。
いえ、言い伝えなんかじゃなくて本当のことですけど。
Yeah, Hakuola, you can't just come to a village and say someone's legends aren't true. You don't do that sort of thing. It's pretty rude.
本当のこと。
ですからムティカパ様は本当にいますよ。出かけるときおばあちゃんが奥へ行っちゃダメって念を押したのもそこにはムティカパ様がいるからなんです。
Heck, if you see people with furry ears and tails that are clearly real, I wouldn't doubt them when they talk about spirits and gods being real. I believe we've seen enough to know that all of what they're talking about is definitely possible.
私はその姿を見たことはないですけど、噂で。お姉ちゃん？え？何？まだ。ごめんね、待たせちゃって。すぐ行くから。すみません、長々と変なこと話しちゃって。
No, exposition is always good.
いや、
Not
な
always.
かなか興味深かった。
Yes, very enlightening. That's the right word.
で、噂では
それじゃ行きますね。
あ、いや、噂
We'll find out later. Either through what she's saying or we'll actually see physically what these rumors are.
ちょっと、エル。噂では、その続きは何なんだ？
Who knows?